Hello everyone, this is Tom Nook. It's 7:52 p.m. this happy Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. Now for today's news. Group Point gained a new neighbor today, Felicity! If you happen to see her, please give her a warm welcome. Now then, I have one more bit of important news to wrap things up. It's so wonderful to see all the enthusiasm for island life. Our population is certainly growing. Group Point is becoming a rather bustling place, yes. Our goal, as always, is to provide you with top quality support you deserve. And so please note, Resident Services will soon relocate from its current tent into a new, more permanent building. It's a big move and construction will take some time, so we will be closed tomorrow. Please check on lost items at the recycle box or use the Nook shop today while it's available. Yes. That's all from me. I do hope you enjoy another fine day of luxurious Root Point living. Alright, so before we get into the full video for today's beginner series of Animal Crossing, I just wanted to tell you all something very important. Okay? So very recently, my computer had a pretty major technical issue, and the graphics card needs replaced. So one of the days that I recorded is unfortunately lost to the void. So I'm just going to go over a quick recap of what I went over yesterday for all of you. So Ava moved in, Ava the chicken. She moved in yesterday, and Felicity moved in today. So what you're going to do is every day when you first start your island and you have your first 3 villagers, they'll move in day 1, day 2, day 3. They move in one day at a time. And it always starts... If you autofill, it'll start with the lazy, and then the normal, and then the peppy. But if you go on villager hunts, it goes backwards from the order that you've obtained them. So let's say you got your peppy on Nook Mile Island first. She would be the last one that moves in. So let's go say hi to Felicity now, because she's just moving in now. And there she is. Isn't she pretty? Hi, you from around here? I just moved to the island. I'm Felicity, and I'm totes not used to random folks just, walking into my house. Oh, you're Nyla? What a fab name. Nice to meet you, Nyla. This place is a train wreck right now, but when I'm done, it'll be adored as you'll faint. So be ready for that, and maybe bring a pillow rope or something to land on. Later, Nyla. Alright, that is Felicity. So, alright, bye, Felicity. Oh, I can't stop coughing today. Okay, so Nate is currently home. Now every day, every day you'll have a villager. It depends on the time of day. There's always a morning crafter, someone's working on DIY items. So there's going to be someone there every day that's working on a DIY. So let's go see if Nate's crafting something. And it doesn't look like he's crafting, he's just reading a book. Hey Nate, how's it going? Oh hey, I wasn't expecting you. Let's talk. You're welcome to come over anytime, especially if I'm home and awake. Alright, he's not crafting. That's okay. That just means if anyone's crafting, it's either Ava or one of our starters. This is nighttime, so they're probably all home. There's usually at least one villager that's out at all times of the day. Looks like Ava's not home or sleeping, one of the two. Let's see, is she out? I'm not at home right now. Okay, she's out. So the other thing I went over yesterday was celebrations. So let's go ahead and go over that now. Unfortunately, I don't think we can celebrate the same thing twice, so we're going to have to celebrate a different thing. Let's hold a ceremony. Oh, you want to take part in the ceremony, Nyla? Right now we'd like to celebrate the grand opening of our museum. Interested? Yes. Let's celebrate the museum opening. So basically, in the beginning of the game, you can celebrate so many different things. You can celebrate Nook's Cranny being opened. You can celebrate building your first bridge. You can celebrate the museum being up and running. And if you have your Able Sisters, the sister shop, you can celebrate that too. And whatever villagers you have at the time will show up for the celebration. Now then, welcome to our dedication ceremony honoring Root Point's brand new museum. Yay! Thank you. Root Point truly started out as a deserted island. There simply wasn't much here, but now it's slowly beginning to develop thanks to the tireless efforts of, well, everyone really. And now I think we need to hear a few words from Blathers, who will be running our new museum. Blathers, the floor is yours. Residents of Root Point, once again I am Blathers, your humble museum creator. I'm overwhelmed, indeed overjoyed, by the marvelous establishment we are opening here today. Ooh, this could not have been done without you and your considerable cooperation. I only hope this island's rich ecosystem and treasure trove of species continues to inspire all. It has surely strengthened my own resolve to build a museum brimming with wonder. I say, I do hope you will continue your support of the museum's efforts going forward. Yay! Thank you for that rousing speech, Blathers. Now let's have a few words from someone whose contributions made the museum possible. That's right, it's Root Point's own Nyla. Anything to add? We're amazing! Yes, indeed. Thank you for your heartfelt and encouraged sentiments there, Nyla. Everyone, please get ready to join me in bringing the ceremony to a close. Also, those wishing to take a commemorative photo should get ready to press the capture button. So get ready with your camera. And then yes, well then. With hope for a continued growth and to celebrate Root Point's own beautiful museum. Hurrah! And then snap. And you can take a picture. Yay! And that is how you celebrate something on your island. Now granted, at least for me, once you've done this once, there's really no point to do it a second time, like when you start another island in the future, because most people will play more than one island. There are a few people out there that have been playing since 2020. I happen to be friends with one of those people. Hi Kayla! She's had the same island since the very beginning. Did you do the celebrations in the very beginning? Let me know. Do you like them, not like them? But then, the other thing I talked about in the other video was I talked about Nook's Cranny. So you see this here? This is a sign that will tell you that today's hot item is the natural garden table. So if I go build a natural garden table, they will give me 2 times what it's normally worth. Now if you go over here, oh hey, Celeste is here. Hold on. If you go over here, you can put something in the drop-off box. And if you put something in the drop-off box, I don't have anything to put in here, but they'll give you that money the next day by directly depositing it into your bank account. But yes, let's talk to Celeste while she's still here. So this is Celeste, and if you don't know, Celeste is Blather's little sister. Hooty hoot! No, hooty toot! And a very good evening to you. Are you a resident of this island? Aha! You must be the famous Nyla. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Celeste. Perhaps you've met my brother Blathers. He's a museum creator. You know, if you had, my brother likes to go on and on about everything. It's quite endearing, assuming you're not in a rush. Oh, but there I go, getting distracted. I came out here to examine the night sky at Blather's suggestion, but it's so much better than I had dared hoped. Each star is as clear and distinct as if it had been hand-drawn. I wonder if we might even see a shooting star. Have you ever heard that a wish upon a shooting star will bring you good fortune, Nyla? The stars above, falling all the way to Earth just to hear our wishes. Isn't that a lovely romantic idea? If you look up at the sky with the right analog stick and happen to see a shooting star, press A to make a wish. If you do that, you just might earn yourself some good fortune. Oh, I nearly forgot. I recently ran across this DIY recipe in one of my books on the stars. It seems there's a magic wand that, if you make a wish and give it a wave, lets you become a whole new you. I jotted down the recipe with the intention of trying it out later, but I'd like to give it to you as a token of our new friendship. I do hope you'll try it out sometime. And if I find any other interesting recipes, I'll be sure to write them down for you. Thank you for this lovely chat. I'm sure we'll meet again the next time I come to look at the stars. Okay, I don't know when the stars are gonna fall, because I don't have any sound coming through on my end, so I would just have to look for them. But if you go over here, depending on what time of day it is, you just look up at the sky by pressing the right analog stick up. And whenever you see a star, it'll come from the left. It'll come from the right side of your screen or the left, depending on how your screen is. But just look up at the sky, and whenever you see one, just put your hands together and press the A button, and you'll wish on a shooting star. So hopefully I see one so I can show you how it's done. You never know, and without being able to hear, not sure how that's gonna work. But, oh hey, what's this? We got our first pink rose. I'm not gonna go over flower breeding just yet, because that's gonna be a long lesson. But if you want a shorter lesson on flower breeding, Alexi Giovanni has great flower breeding advice. So if you want a shorter explanation on how to do this, go check out his videos. But in the meantime, we're gonna go see if Nook's Cranny has anything good. Alright, let's go inside. Alright. Looks like we've got a cactus, an amp, a candy machine, and a ball. I think I'm probably just gonna buy everything. 400? Sure, I'll buy it. You can never have too much stuff. Even if you don't know what you're going to do with said stuff. And let's go back here, buy the candy machine. I'll buy it. Now, when you're at Nook's, you'll notice this cabinet here. If you open this cabinet, you can see what's inside. But if you press the R button on the right side of your Joy-Con, or the right side of your controller, you can see wallpapers and floorings. So again, the right R button on your right analog stick or your controller can get you over to the wallpaper and floorings of the day. And these will change, I think they change weekly, so be sure to check. That way you can find neat wallpaper and flooring for your house. Alright, now I'm gonna go see how our other two villagers are doing. Okay, looks like Diva's not home, which means our kitty cat should be crafting. If there is a nighttime crafter. Yep, there we go. He's working on something. What you working on, Rudy? Phew, I nearly sprained my creativity. What you think? What is it? You're not gonna believe it. A tree standee. I was out jogging the other day and somewhere around the 53rd mile inspiration just hit me. Or it could have been dehydration. Either way, check it out. And stay hydrated. Building it was like a hard workout routine, and you know I'm all about sharing my routines. So what you say, you want to get building yourself a tree standee? Teach me. Well, I could give you this paper that I wrote the recipe on. I vote for the paper. As long as you can read my handwriting, you've got this. Alright, thank you, Rudy. Alright, so we got our DIY from a villager. Now if you go around your beach, you can get a bottle every day on the beach. So make sure you check your beaches every day for your DIY. And as you see here, that money tree that we planted on the first day, it's fully grown now, so if you shake it with by pressing the A button, you can get 30,000 bells. And who knows, maybe we'll pay off our first loan today. It could be possible. Alright. Go ahead and get our shovel out. This is your money spot of the day. You get one of these every day. I'm gonna go ahead and plant 10,000. That's what I always do. Bury in hole. Put away your shovel. And then go ahead and put away the rest of your bells. Earn your new DIYs. And if you want to take a look at the new DIY you learned, you can go ahead and open your DIY menu, and it should be right at the top, whatever your new one is. But once you close the menu after that, you have to look through it by the categories. And as you can see, there's seasonal category, there's the tool category, housewares, furniture, miscellaneous, which is basically anything that's too small to be considered furniture. There's wallpaper, and there's flooring, and there's wall mounted. And then, what is this one called? This one is called equipment. Okay, that one's called equipment. And then we have other, which right now is just medicine and the ocarina. We have craftable, and then we have the ones that we have favorited, which we're going to unfavorite these because we don't need to make them anymore. So you can unfavorite things after you're done with them. So now we're going to continue looking on our beach to see if we can find our bottle. Just continue looking until you find it. And then yesterday, Red was here, and if you don't know about Red, when he first shows up, he's wandering around your island. He's wandering around your island, and he's like, ah, we could be cousins, practically family. And then he invites you to see his boat that's waterlogged because it has a leak, and he's stuck there. And the very first day that Red comes, any art he has will be real, but only for that first day. After that, I would recommend using a guide to figure out if the art is real or not, because you can get scammed. But you want to make sure that at least one of the pieces of art you get is fake, because you get Nook miles for trying to submit a fake painting to Blathers. So make sure you get at least one that's actually fake for that Nook Mile achievement. I mean, if you don't care about the Nook Mile achievements, then I guess you don't necessarily need to get that one, but I always try to get it out of the way at the beginning, because I tend to forget about it if I don't. So that's just my advice. Alright, I'm not seeing it yet, but it should be here. Ah, there it is. There we go. What do we get? Dear person I don't know, I was walking around yesterday picking up DIY stuff, and I came up with a great recipe. I was gonna keep it a secret, but I'm bad with secrets, real bad. I hope you make it too. The DIY Bob who DIH. It's a garden rock. Ooh. Alright, thank you, Bob. And of course we're gonna learn our star wand just to get it out of our pockets. Okay. And the last thing that we went over yesterday that I wasn't able to save is Harv's Island. Harvey, he's a dog, and he wears glasses. He'll be wandering around your island on the same day that your museum is open, usually. I don't know if it's always on that day, but that's the day it was for me. So just keep looking every day and he'll eventually show up. And he'll be like, hey, I heard this was like a deserted island, like literally deserted. Are you the honcho that put this place on the map? And you'd be like, yeah, I did. And then he'll be like, you should come to Harv's Island. And you go to Harv's Island by going into the airport, like so. I'm not actually gonna go there, but I'll show you. And you go up here, and you talk to him, you talk to Orville. You'd be like, I wanna fly! And then he talks about the Nook Mile ticket, but we're not gonna do that right now. But I wanna go, and you say, visit Harv's Island. We're just gonna say, actually, I'm good. Alright, and I think that covers everything that I went over yesterday. Like I said, each of your villagers will move in one day at a time. So, Nate moved in. Hold on, let me put my map up again. Nate moved in the first day, and then Ava moved in, and then Felicity moved in. So all 3 villagers are moved in now. So you might be saying to yourself, okay Nyla, so we got some villagers now. What do we do? Well, this is the point in the game where I would recommend building up your Nook Miles. So make sure you go into your Nook Miles and make sure you're doing those time 2s every day, at least for the first few days, because when Resident Services upgrades, we will get Isabel. And once we get Isabel, we can get what's called the Ultimate Pocket Stuffing. And if you don't know, Ultimate Pocket Stuffing gives us the 4th row of being able to carry our stuff, which is super important when you're crafting. And I always keep my tools in my pockets in case I need them. So I always keep them on top. So you have like 3 rows down here to carry stuff. Let's talk to Nate. Hey again! Keep checking up on me today, huh? I want to chat. Do you watch lots of TV? I sure do. There's so much stuff on I can veg out all day and never get bored. Got news, talk shows, movies, drama, exercise shows too. I always change the channel on those. You know, I start every day by turning on the weather forecast. I usually cross my fingers for rain so I don't have to put out my laundry. Okay. So, I think that's everything I needed to cover for today. Let's see, we're about 23 minutes according to my clock. So, if there's anything that you want to ask me, like, ask me questions, be like, hey Nyla, how do I do this? Or how do I do that? Just put your question in the comments and I will show you how to do that, okay? And also, I got this jester hat from a balloon. April Honey told me I should wear it, so I'm wearing it. You're all welcome. This is all April's fault. Okay. So, I don't think we have an NPC on our island today because usually it'd be right here. But Celeste is technically an NPC as well, so she might be the NPC for today. But there's usually an NPC on your island every day, so make sure to check all around your island to see if someone might be here, because Sahara will always be walking around. She'll always be walking around all your island. And usually if there's no one in the plaza, it's either Red, Sahara, Wisp, or Celeste. And Wisp and Celeste will only appear at night. Only at night. Okay. I'm gonna end it here. So, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, stay safe, stay awesome, and always know you're sweet as a pineapple. Bye everyone! Bye!